it puts a big question mark in our mind of, am I hiding behind success? And why is it that I want this so badly? Is it because I believe in myself? Is it because I have ego? Claudia Ramirez, empowering you to become the optimal leader of your life. Let's turn on the Mindset Mic. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our anniversary episode of Mindset Mic. I am thrilled to have you here today. We're doing episode 56. I want to talk to you about mindset shifts that I've had throughout this journey leading up to our first anniversary. But before I start, I want to let you know that I have a special coupon going on or code going on for my online courses, my vision board course and my Run With It, your 60-day mindset roadmap, my mindset coaching program. If you use code MindsetMic1, you're going to get 15% off of either one of these courses. They're phenomenal. And if you have any questions, you can send me a message and I am happy to respond there. But I wanted to start off by letting you know that that is what I have for you today. Okay, I wanted to start this episode beyond that with some stats because in the process of creating, you get really, really excited. And sometimes you forget to look at stats or you're just focused on what needs to be done. And it was very surprising to me. I'm looking at it right now that within 1 year, we've reached 26 countries and 161 cities and quite a few thousand downloads throughout different platforms, from YouTube to my website one to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I feel so happy because just the thought that there is somebody in Vienna who listened to me, or somebody in Oaxaca, Mexico who listened to me, or in Ecuador, or in Chile, or in Africa. We've reached pretty much all the continents, and I am so happy to be able to say this because for me, I am creating content in the way that I know that I love to do so. And sometimes we forget that there are actual people listening on the other side. Like when I create, I think of you. However, I think of you and I imagine one person. I don't imagine people worldwide. And so it has felt really, really good. Definitely reassuring. Not that we do things for validation, but it's just reassuring, and it tells me that I am on the right track and that I am not crazy for wanting to have a podcast and for wanting to be here with you and all that good stuff. I wanted to talk to you about 3 of the most impactful mindset shifts that I've had during this year, because like I said earlier, you go into a journey, right? And you think it's going to be one thing, and it has a way of shifting and making you evolve in the process. And that is something that I have seen myself. First and foremost, when I started this process, I was in my perfectionist mode. And at the time, I was in Dubai when I decided to launch my podcast, like officially. And I had been in Dubai to do a big project that was going to be very lucrative if it went well. And I decided to walk away. And so I am now in the position of doing something that is essentially going to be for free for a while until, I have sponsorships, or of course, like people are buying my courses on the background and everything. But in the meantime, I am not getting paid to have my podcast out there. And it's something that I thought it just felt so aligned with me. And for me, the fact that I was letting go of something that could have been a great opportunity, but that I didn't feel right about for this, it just said something. And I knew that it was going to help me and help you. And I wasn't fully clear on what that could look like, but I was willing to take that journey. And, it kind of went from, Josh helping me put a studio together at home and making sure that we had the right setup and everything, and doing the logo and this and that. And it was a lot in the background. And so it just feels really, really good to be able to be here 1 year later. But 3 of the things that really have resonated is the fact that as a person who's podcasting, as a podcast host, as a podcaster, you think, starting off, you look at everybody else and what they're doing, and you think that you have to do it that way. And for me, I wanted to start off just being myself. I didn't want to have a lot of interviews. I wanted to just explore this relationship that we have here. And I realized that people connect with people who allow themselves to be people. We've had a lot of laughs, a lot of cries, a lot of deep conversations, a lot of essentially, the 1, 2, 3, the workshops, the master classes, if you want to call them that. There are different ways to look at it. We've been on a journey together. And at the end of the day, I love getting a message that says, hey, Claudia, I love when you talk about this. I love that this is so relatable. I am going through this as well. I've experienced this in the past, or I'm actually going through this challenge right now. And it's just, I realize that people connect with people who allow themselves to be people. And I've always been somebody who's very transparent. I am a very vulnerable person. I am somebody who, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Is that even the right phrase? I think so. And I really love serving people. And mindset is one thing that I'm so passionate about. And I think that I keep it myself. Like, people tell me on social media and in person, you are the same person. And I'm so happy that that's the case. But on Mindset Mike, and on Mindset Mike, it's the same thing. I am the same person. Like, what you see is what you get. These are the conversations that I have with my friends, the laughs, the cries, the giggles, the serious moments. It's all relevant. And I love that I get to have that with you. And so it's really shifted and gotten me in a very creative standpoint of how can we continue creating and stop worrying about being a perfectionist and about having the perfect studio. That will come, but more so focusing on the message and on how I want to serve. The second big mindset shift or lesson that I've had is that steering away from the plan is good. You start off with, whenever I started off the podcast, I really, really wanted to support people in corporate. And although I have done so in the past, my background and my language is very sports oriented. And I did this because somebody had told me that, and I kid you not, somebody had told me, hey, Claudia, like, you are, you're pretty, and you are the kind of person who somebody, for example, in a certain position would love to pay a lot of money for coaching because, number one, you're a woman, you're young, you have high expertise in this and that. And so I was thinking that I had to talk about people who were only in corporate, and my stories were about sports. And I felt a disconnect, and I felt very repetitive, and I didn't fully feel myself. And I thought that it was only going to be in English, and then I have recently added Spanish. And I thought that, it was going to be this and that. And so what happens is that you start steering away from the plan because you modify it to reach the bigger goal. And for me, my goal is to empower as many people in and beyond sports. And I have now acknowledged the fact that I am a Mexican woman who has had tremendous privileges living in the US. I have a career, I have education, I've lived quite literally around the world. And I want to use all of that to help me in my journey. This translates, of course, to social media as well, but talking about Mindset Mike on how can I continue showing up for you in a way that's going to be very, very helpful. We're now bringing in more interviews, which I'm very happy to do that. Like I said, we've added a second language. And so these things weren't part of the plan right off the bat. And I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and now I've been able to shift it and turn it. And so for you, what does that look like? And how are you willing and able to stay close to the goal, but modify the path if need be to be able to get to the other side a lot quicker? Because sometimes we see a bridge, but because maybe it's a little, faulty or it's a little uneven, we think that we can't go on it. And so we're trying to build this raft, when in reality, the bridge is actually stronger than we thought. We just have to go on there to figure it out and to find that out. And that is how I feel at the moment. And the last lesson and shift that I've had is that your mental health is more important than anything else. And with that come many, many factors, as in, you are responsible for how you spend your time, for how you spend your energy. You are responsible for how you execute. And I remember I was having, oh God, I can't wait to be able to share this with you, like fully. I'm going to do a full episode, but I have some really, really, really good news coming up in future episodes, like in a couple of episodes. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and I said, I just can't wait to be the entrepreneur who can fully respect her time, because I haven't been that person. And they said, why wait until this to happen to be the entrepreneur? Just be the person who respects her time. And I say this to you because with this has been a huge level of commitment, showing up for you every single week, because I am the one who records, and I don't want to record on like softwares that are going to lower the quality of the footage. I want to do it like with the camera. I want to do it with the microphone. I want to do like all the things. But a lot of these things are manual. A lot of these things, I can put the video in an AI, platform, and it's going to make 10,000 videos for me. But at the same time, it's not the exact snippet that I wanted to share with you sometimes, or it's longer or shorter, whatever. And so a lot of this, I have not worked so intelligently, but I've worked strategically for you. And a lot of that has come with me being sometimes like tired and, overworked, and just not having enough energy or time to do other things, or to just like live my life. And so with that, it's like, how do you put your mental health and your well-being ahead of the projects that you have in your life, while still maintaining that level of commitment to the project? And it has been absolutely revolutionary in my mind and the way that I approach things. I am a lot more relaxed. And I don't say this to you with like, oh, well, of course she's telling us that she's been there for a year and she just absolutely dreads it and she's tired all the time. Then who's making her do this? Nobody. No, it's not what I'm trying to say. But I want you to know that whenever you have a commitment, whenever you make a commitment with yourself, with a project, with a journey in your life, for me, Mindset of Mike has given me so much, so much, so much, way beyond these beautiful conversations, that I just, oh my gosh, I can't wait to share more about that with you. It's something that has been very rewarding, and I want to put more and more and more into. However, at the same time, you've got to learn how to create that rhythm in your life. Like today, I'm going to give it, 20% of my time. Next week, I'll give it 50% of my time. And the week after, it's only getting 3% of my time. And so how are you managing these journeys in your life and allowing yourself to continue growing while still keeping your sanity and your mental health and your well-being in check? And so a lot of times when we talk about success, and this actually takes me to my next point, actually, where I want to talk to you about some of my favorite episodes. And I'll just jump into this right now. One of my favorite episodes is episode number 3, The Speed of Manifestation. If you haven't listened to this episode, please do so. It is so, so good. And I just get really passionate about talking about manifestations and how this plays a role in your life. I know I talked about it in recent episodes, but that one is the OG. That's the original one. And it's just so good to understand if you're starting a journey, if you're waiting for something so badly in your life and you really want it to just happen right now. I give you a deeper understanding of how this is happening in your life right now. The second episode that I love is The Mask of Success. I had a lot of great feedback with this one, but I also felt really good because I feel like I'm somebody who, like I've said before, sometimes we can be a little bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes, we wait for the perfect moment, or myself, like moving everywhere, always thinking about what's next. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, it puts a big question mark in our mind of, am I hiding behind success? And why is it that I want this so badly? Is it because I believe in myself? Is it because I have ego? Is it because I'm trying to make up for something? I'm trying to make a point? What is the reason for that? And so whether you're striving to be successful as an athlete, as a partner, in life, in career, this is going to be an episode that is going to really put that mirror up on your face in front of you and help you understand where this is coming from. And so going back to my previous point, when we talk about success, this whole journey with Mindset of Mike, it has helped me understand the shift of what success looks like for me. It's not about the million downloads. It's about getting that one DM, because at the end of the day, I'm having these really awesome conversations with you, although you're not here engaging with me, but I really have them with you in my mind, and getting that feedback and just oh my gosh, it's been so rewarding for me. And even it's been self nourishing, right? Whenever you have these conversations, it's kind of like whenever you ask somebody, you don't know what to wear. And then you ask somebody, do I wear the blue one or the red one? And then you don't even need their answer anymore because you already know you want to wear the red one. That's exactly what Mindset Mike feels like for me. It's that kind of self coaching, that clarity, the abundance, the pepping myself up in my own journey while talking to you. So that's a whole different, conversation within itself. But I really, really enjoy this and love this. And another episode that I have loved is episode 32, Befriending the 5-Year You. I think that was just one of those episodes where everything just kind of made sense and everything clicked. And even now, I wish I could re record it. I don't wish. I am going to re record another version of that because I now see how the past 12 years have played a role in something. 15 years have played a role in this one big accomplishment that I just had that goes beyond Mindset Mike. And it's a beautiful way to look at it of like 5 years from now, where am I going to be? And how do the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years play a role in where I'm going to be in the future and where I am right now? It's a great way to look at it. And I highly encourage you, if you're striving to accomplish anything in your life right now, to do more of that and listen to these episodes, either one of these three or all three: episode 3, episode 12, and episode 32. Honestly, I don't think I put any content out there that's absolute trash. Like, I will not do that. But these three just kind of have my heart. And so, and other moments along the way. But it's been quite a journey. I am so, so happy. I feel like we did it. We haven't missed a week. I know towards the end I was late on a couple of episodes, which is unlike me, but that's where my mental health came in, and I decided to give myself some grace and put myself first in that realm and in that sense. But God, it feels so good. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to step into your car, your kitchen, your runs, your walks, your getting ready for work, your commutes, anytime that you listen. I cannot wait to see what is in store. I want to triple the growth. I really believe in the 10x process, the 10x rule that Grant Cardone talks about. And I believe that this year, by adding Spanish and growing myself as a human, as somebody in her career, I know that we can 10x this. So I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I want to ask you to please share this episode with one person, or any of my episodes with one person. And don't forget to check out my courses. If you use the code MindsetMike1, you're going to get 15% off for our first anniversary. And it's going to be absolutely great. Thank you for being here. Don't forget that I am extremely, extremely proud of you. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the journey, for the tears, for the giggles, for the deep conversations. Every single moment, I am extremely, extremely grateful for you. I'm wearing my shiny top to celebrate with you right now from afar. So once again, thank you for being part of my journey and allowing me to be part of yours. I love you. Keep being the optimal leader of your life. I believe in you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.